Hi guys, I'm Lag Dr. Clay Ballard, and today we're going to talk about the perfect pitching setup. So we're going to show you the perfect setup technique so that you can be very consistent with your shots. So the first thing we're going to do with a normal swing, our hips or our ankles, the center of our feet are going to be about 2 inches outside of neutral joint alignment. That's in a full swing. Now as we get into a pitching shot or a pitch shot, we're going to narrow this up quite a bit. So instead of being this wide, I'm going to go ahead and make about 2 club head widths between my feet, maybe a little bit more. 2 to 2.5 is a good ballpark to be in. And now since I have a narrower stance, my ball is actually going to be a little bit closer to the instep in my left foot. Now it's still going to be, as I'm setting up, it's still going to be just under the logo of my shirt, so I really haven't moved the ball in relationship to my arms and my shoulders, which is really important because as I swing down, my left shoulder is going to dictate where the bottom of my arc is and where the bottom of my divot's going to be, so I don't want to move the ball in relationship to my upper body. I'm just moving it a little, it appears to be a little forward because my stance is narrowing up. So that's the proper ball position. Again, 2.5 club head widths apart, ball just off the instep or under the logo of your shirt here. If you're watching from face on, I'm going to feel about like 70% or so of the weight is on my left side. It's going to stay there throughout the entire swing. And my left hip may just be barely outside of neutral joint alignment, again, because my feet are so close together. Now, if I go from down the line, you'll notice that my feet, my hips, my shoulders, all of this is square to my target in the distance. So I don't want you to open up your stance. Usually opening up the stance is a way to try to shallow out that swing arc, and if you do the proper technique, you won't need to do that. So everything's going to be nice and square as you set up. And then the last piece I want to mention here, again from face on, I'm going to have a little tiny bit of tilt away from the target. So maybe not quite as much axis tilt as I have in my full swing, just a little bit less, and that's going to help me to make some consistent contact with the bottom of the swing arc here right on the ball. So a little bit less axis tilt, and then you follow those steps, you're going to have the perfect setup every time and be in the proper position to hit perfect pitch shots. Good luck. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, be sure to click the like button, post your comments, and I'll answer all your questions. And if you want to learn a little bit more about your short game, I'm going to attach the perfect chipping technique video, and you're going to play about maybe a 30-second preview of this. If you want to watch the whole thing, click the link at the bottom of the screen or down in the description. You can sign up for your free Rotary Swing membership. You'll be able to watch that entire video for free, plus about 4 hours of bonus instruction. So good luck to you guys, good luck with your short game, and I'll see you soon. Once we have the proper setup, chipping will become very easy. The stroke itself is quite simple, and it can be broken down into 4 basic pieces: your weight distribution, how your arms move, how your shoulders move, and your left wrist. And if you can do these 4 pieces correctly, you will be a great chipper as long as you have the setup down. So if you haven't mastered the setup yet, go back, watch the setup video, and really work through the setup to make sure that it's perfect before you start with your technique, because you won't be able to use the proper technique until you have the proper setup. So the first thing we're going to talk about is our weight distribution. And as I mentioned some other videos before, our weight distribution is going to alter where our swing bottoms out. So with the chipping stroke, we want to make sure that we keep about 70% or so of our weight, 70-80%, somewhere around in there, of our weight on our left side. So if I can imagine my weight in my left heel, and I'm going to keep it planted here throughout the entire stroke. I almost want to picture this left hip as kind of my anchor or my pivot point, and I'm just going to rotate back and through around this left side. Now, if I let my weight shift, and this is probably one of the most common mistakes I see with people that are poor chippers, they're letting their weight shift all over the place.